Hey everybody, we are the Schmoes, and I'm Kristian.
I'm Mark, and Kristian, you know, reading is something that kids learn how to do in school, and sometimes even adults like you enjoy doing it. Tell us what that's like.
Yeah, exactly. Because look, Harry Potter, we all know, the big movie, the last one, it is coming to a close. So everyone's going, what do we do? What's next? What are we gonna watch?
Well, there's gotta be more books you can make into movies for people like me who don't really feel like reading them. What's the next one coming down the pipe that people are really gonna get excited about?
Look, I have my opinion, and that, of course, would be The Hunger Games. It's a series of novels by Suzanne Collins. Now, I know everyone right away goes, oh, I'm not going to read those because it's just the next Twilight. It's not the next Twilight. It has nothing to do with the next Twilight. These are kids dying. It's like Battle Royale, the independent film. It's crazy. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. I'm pumped for this movie.
How excited he is about this.
Coming out in March.
It's a futuristic world, and right now, if you turn on the TV, you see kids competing maybe at like Double Dare or a spelling bee. In the future, it gets a little more intense.
But that's the thing, though, is it's just, yes, there's a love triangle. You know that that's going to happen.
It is like Twilight.
There was a triangle in Empire Strikes Back before we found out there was Kentucky stuff going on.
Yeah, that was more of a southern triangle.
Yes. So, but look, the fact of the matter is that this movie, there's a lot of character depth. It's got everything that you need. It's sci-fi, it's post-apocalyptic, and it's crazy because things could happen in this world. Maybe in a couple years, who knows?
It sounds kind of like The Running Man meets Family Double Dare, which is exciting for guys like us. Now, the lead in this book, and who will be the lead in the movie, her name is Katniss.
Yeah.
And she's a teenager, and she's going to be played in the film series by Jennifer Lawrence from Winter's Bone.
I mean, everything about the casting is fantastic, and I'm really excited about this. This is my prediction to be the next big series. We'll see how it does. There's another couple books that we could talk about as well that have potential. Would you like to give it a shot there, my pal, my
Let's
friend?
talk about our old buddy, John Carter from Mars. It was originally a book called The Princess from Mars, and you know who wrote it?
You.
Edgar Rice Burroughs. Sound familiar?
Yeah, it does.
He created Tarzan, friends.
Yeah, I know.
Meet Tarzan, you Jane. That's how you met your wife, right?
But there's no loincloths in this. This is literally, you're gonna have John Carter, who was a Civil War kind of veteran. He kind of lost himself, didn't really know what was going on. Gets transported to Mars and fights like these big green, crazy aliens. He becomes like the savior of Mars. Now, originally Jon Favreau was supposed to direct this piece, and it's kind of gone through a bunch of different moves. Now we have who's I don't even know who's playing John Carter. I don't know who the
actor's name is Taylor Kitsch. He's a hot up and comer.
Who?
And Taylor Kitsch is his name. Remember it, because you're going to need to know this in March of 2012 when the movie comes out. Also in the film, playing one of the good Martians is Willem Dafoe.
Oh, well.
How sweet is that? Like, when you look at Willem Dafoe, you already think, that guy's probably from another planet.
Yeah, and James Purefoy from Rome is in this as well. I mean, it's got a good cast. Another one that comes out in March. The thing that kind of scares me, both with Hunger Games and this one, is that they come in March, which could be, you could hit a hit, you could have a hit, but it also could be that kind of, oh, that didn't work. Boop, boop.
Yeah, March is usually where they sweep movies that have been on the shelf for 3 years. So that's where Nicolas Cage movies come out. Not great books to movies, but hopefully you guys are good.
What else you got? What other books do you think?
You ever heard of a guy named Stephen King?
Heard of him.
He's an up-and-coming author, and he wrote a great series. What he calls his magnum opus is the Dark Tower series. Right. And when Stephen King, the guy who did The Stand and Pet Sematary, says this is my best work, you listen.
Yeah, and like this one's been going around for a while because it's a very popular set of novels, and they're like, well, who is going to play the guy? Who's going to be the guy? Who can bring the essence of this guy, this mysterious character? And there were a lot of rumors. Christian Bale was rumored at one point, and Javier Bardem is locked in from what I know. I'm pretty sure he's locked in to play this character, and when Friendo grabs it, you watch.
And what's cool about this series is that it's not just horror. Stephen King's great at horror. He's the master, but it also combines themes of a Western kind of genre, sci-fi. You don't really know what's happening. It's kind of post-apocalyptic. He's looking for this tower that supposedly holds a secret to all this cool stuff. As I'm listening to myself talk, I realize why I'm single.
Yeah, I mean, I know why you're single. It has nothing to do with that. But we're going to be watching this movie. A lot of people will be watching this film. Is it the next big one? I don't know.
And you know what else? It's not just going to be movies. They're going to turn into a TV series as well. It worked pretty well with Star Trek. It didn't work so well when they tried to make Clueless a TV show.
No pun intended, it's going to be very hard to capture the magic of Harry Potter, because it's just such a collective audience. I don't know. I mean, I still think Hunger Games has a shot. We don't know, but I can tell you one series of books that has captured audiences so far, and it's been on the little screen, and that is George R.R. Martin's series of books, Game of Thrones, the whole series, and it's an HBO show right now, and you talk about a series that is so true to the books, and it proves that it's not, you can be loyal to the books and still not lose people by dropping Surprise off the map.
Yeah, thank you for taking time out of your weekly Game of Thrones meeting to come talk to us. He's a huge fan of it. Game of Thrones, it's a medieval kind of feeling series on HBO, and it really has spawned so many sales in the books now. Everybody's really excited about the books now after the series has come out. So HBO is going to make 7 more of these series?
Yeah, and who knows, maybe it'll be a movie, we don't know, but what's so great about it is that you can literally take this whole huge book and just expand it over a whole series, and they did that, and they did it great. It's so well acted, it's so well shot. It's just an absolute achievement, and I love everything about it.
Speaking of stretching books out, Harry Potter Part 7, Part 2 is coming out in theaters, and that's going to be the last Harry Potter. So again, hopefully these are some books that are going to make great movies or TV shows.
Right.
We'll see, but they got some pretty big wizard shoes to fill.
Don't let me down, Katniss. Don't let me down.
I'll miss you, Hermione.